Sarah Bowmar here, and today we are answering the internet's questions about me. I have not yet seen these, so we're gonna go through them, give you guys the answers.
Sarah Bowmar answers the internet's questions.
I have not seen these. So, first question. How did Sarah and Josh Bowmar meet? So we actually have a podcast about this if you want the very long form version, but in short, Josh was living in Columbus, Ohio. So we met in March of 2014 at the Arnold Expo, which is in Columbus every year. I was living in Northwest Ohio and was actually in town for the Arnold for the show. And the show is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I was also getting ready for a competition. So I had to train every day on top of doing the expo. And so Saturday night rolled around, everyone else was at the casino because there's a huge after party at the casino. And I was like, I have to go train. I looked up a 24-hour gym in Columbus. There was only one open and available. And I walked in and the woman at the front desk was like, it's gonna be a $40 day pass. I'm like, I don't have extra $40 to spend to work out. It was like 8 o'clock at night. I'm like, please, just like, I'm just in town. I promise I'm just gonna lift a little bit and be in and out in under an hour. And the manager, who still actually works at that gym, was just, let her in, she's fine, just don't charge her. So had that not happened, I would not have met Josh, which is just crazy. So I was lifting Saturday night, and the end of my workout, I took my headphones out for a second, and I hear over the top of my shoulder, hey, you look great, did you work the Arnold? I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't live here. I did not really want the kind of attention to just, mess with people. And I turn around and it's Josh. And I had no idea who he was. He did not have the social media following that he has today. And we just honestly hit it off. It was just a really good conversation. And the next day he came and stopped by my booth at the Arnold. And the rest, honestly, is just kind of history. So we met at the Arnold and then we got engaged at the Olympia, which was pretty fun. It was a whirlwind, but it worked out. All right, next, I don't know what this one is. Is Sarah Bowmar natty? Natty. So I would say, I guess technically no, because I am on HRT. It's something that I've been very open and honest about over the last 2 years. I have blog posts. I have hundreds of saved content story content saved on my profile on my Instagram. So I guess on like the technical side of things, no, I'm not natty, but I'm also not like running freaking 10 different types of steroids that I got in the back alley. So all of my stuff is prescribed by my doctors. There's so many benefits to testosterone and hormone replacement in general that men and women can both benefit from. So if you're interested in that, I would check out my blog. However, it's not gonna make you freaking, it's not gonna do the work for you if you are weight training. So next question, where did Sarah Bowmar grow up? I was born in South Bend, Indiana, and then we moved to California when I was in third grade? Yes, third grade. And so I ended up going to 4 different elementary schools, 2 different middle schools, and 1 high school. So born in Indiana, we moved to California, lived 3 different places in California, moved to Dallas, Texas, actually on my birthday when I was in 5th grade. And then we were there for a few years. And then we moved up to Toledo, Ohio, where my parents have been ever since. And that's where I graduated high school from. So all over, but landed in Ohio for high school. And now Josh and I live in Iowa. Will Sarah Bowmar compete again? Something that Josh and I have talked about for a while, honestly, is getting back on stage. The last show we did together was in May of 2014 for the Pittsburgh Pro. And it's been over 10 years now, which is crazy. We kind of thought about doing a show this year, but decided against it just with some travel opportunities that we had come up. So I would love to compete again. I competed in bikini, and then Josh competed in men's physique. He's sort of toying around with the idea of going into classic physique, and I'm sort of toying around with going into wellness. So we will see. I love competition, but it is a complete, like you have to be 100%. It can really be the only, not that you can't do it with kids, not that you can't do it in travel, but if you really want to succeed, it has to be like a sole focus. So who knows? It is easier too if you and your spouse do it together. So that would be convenient as well. Okay, what does Sarah Bowmar do for fun? I think that we've kind of morphed our passions into our businesses. So growing businesses for us is fun because it's in industries that we have hobbies in. So we love fitness, we love the gym, we love health, we love bow hunting. So I feel like our passion and like what we do for fun also coincides with our businesses and the work that we do. However, I love to cook, I love to bake, I love to travel, whether it's hunting related or not. And then I really just love spending time with my kids, my friends. I really do just love the gym because I've created just like such a community there. A lot of my friends work out at the gym. And so that to me is very fun. While it is still business, it's very fun for me too. Why did Sarah Bowmar get her teeth done? I had an open bite my entire life. I don't know if it's just how my jaw is. I don't know if it's just how the structure of my face is, or I don't know if it's from sucking my thumb when I was a child. I don't know why, but I have had an open bite, and I never even really knew that it was something that was like a problem until I got on Instagram, and so many people were like, hey, not to be mean, but like, you have an open bite. And I'm like, I don't even know what that is. I didn't know that I was supposed to be self-conscious about this. I've always loved my smile. And then I started researching open bites. I'm like, holy shit, I do have an open bite. And so I talked to a few dentists when we lived in Columbus, and they were like, well, there's nothing wrong. You can talk, you can chew, you can eat, like your mouth stays together. So if you're going to do this, it's purely cosmetic. There's nothing functionally wrong about your open bite. And so they're like, you are going to have to, well, we're going to have to break your jaw. You're going to have your jaw reset. You're going to have your mouth wired shut for like 6 weeks. You're going to have to take all that time off from the gym, and you still might not get the results that you want. I'm like, well, that just seems like a complete ridiculous waste of time and just an unnecessary elective surgery. So I decided to just not do anything about it and just deal with it. And then our COO, Mike, his brother-in-law actually is a cosmetic dentist in Las Vegas. And he's like, Mark really wants to do your teeth really bad. And I'm like, I would love for him to, but I'm just very nervous. Like, I don't want them to look bad. This is something that's, you can't really go back. Like, they shave your teeth down. So once you're committed, you are committed for life. And I was just so nervous. And then Mike actually got his teeth done by Mark, and they looked amazing. So I'm like, okay, so flew out to Vegas, got a consult with Mark, and he's like, I don't know if we're going to be able to bring that gap together without your teeth looking too big. He was able to pull my top teeth down, my bottom teeth up to meet, and essentially close my open bite cosmetically. And it's crazy because so many people are like, not that you didn't have a beautiful smile before, but like just the way you carry yourself, how your mouth now, I feel like my myofascial muscles have completely changed, just like how my jaw now sits, how my teeth have come together. It's crazy subconsciously how self-conscious I was about it, because now I'm like, I'm telling everyone, like, look at my teeth, look at my teeth. I smile so much more. It's crazy. So veneers, Dr. Mark McRae in Vegas, life-changing. What is Sarah Bowmar's favorite hunt? I feel like they're obviously all so special. However, I do think the most memorable was my crocodile from 2023, simply because Josh was there, both the kids were there. It was this like picturesque hunt. Like, I don't even think you could have scripted it better if you tried. It was honestly perfect from start to finish. It just ended up working out so well with this crocodile. The animal was huge. The kids were there. The whole entire hunt was just absolutely incredible. So I feel like that one for me is definitely one of my, if not my most memorable and favorite hunts of all time. Why does Sarah Bowmar wear wigs? So I have a blog on this and a bunch of content saved to my Instagram, but I had extensions for 5 years and loved them, loved my hair girl. But then when we were thinking about competing last year, I'm like, man, I'm gonna be sweating so much doing all this cardio, and just with the kids, with how busy we are, I didn't wanna have to dedicate so much of my day to like, okay, let's rewash my hair, let's style it again, let's get it ready, because we film stuff every single day. Like there isn't a time where I'm like, oh, like I can't film today because I'm, you know, my hair's not done. I have to get ready pretty much every single day in order to film content. And for me, I'm just like, this is just taking so much of my time every single day. So I talked to my hair girl and she's like, you should just take the extensions out and do wigs. They look so natural. You can take them off at night. You don't have to sleep in the hair. You don't have to do cardio in the hair. You can do the sauna as much as you want. It would be so good for you just because my natural hair is so coarse. Like, this is amazing. It has saved me so much time and I then can just change my hair whenever I want to. So it has been an absolute game changer for me, just saving time, saving money. I can do whatever I want. I'm sleeping better. It's been amazing. Did Sarah Bowmar break a world record? I guess I've broken a few world records, or I hold a few records from some of our African hunts, just being either the first female to get a hippo, for example, or getting some of the largest animals taken by a female with a bow. It's crazy to even say that. Like when I met Josh, I was a vegan. So to even think now, 10 years later, like so much has been accomplished since then is absolutely crazy. I don't know how many world record animals I have because Josh beat one of them and I think a few other people have beat some since then, but there's still a lot, so pretty cool. What's on Sarah Bowmar's bucket list? So as far as hunting goes, I would love to get a bison with my bow. That's been my #1 animal for quite some time. I would also love to go back to Africa and finish the Dangerous 7. That would be absolutely amazing with my bow, obviously. But then some like non-hunting related things, like Josh and I would love to do a European cruise. He's always talked about going to Fiji and doing like the bungalows over top of the water. There's a lot of like travel bucket list things that, you know, that we would love to do, hunting and not hunting. I just have to peel him away from hunting deer and maybe we can actually go on some of those trips. So there you have it. That was super fun answering the internet's questions about me. I'm sure that I missed some, so if you guys want me to do a part 2, definitely ask your questions down below and we will pick more from the comments.